Okay, so this set of exercises is called high row, low row, mid row. These are powerful scapula stabilizers, very, very important for the throwing athlete. So the first one is a high row. The setup here is you want the pulley or the band, whatever we're using, to be about belly button height. I don't mind if it's 6 inches above or below, but we don't want that to be set up really high, and we definitely don't want it set down to the ankles. So give or take belly button height is where we want to start this exercise. You want to start arm's length away, and then you want to use, for all three of these exercises, use a weight that's challenging to get 10 repetitions or 15 repetitions, but not a struggle. You should be able to complete the range of motion with the weight, but it needs to be challenging. So the first one is called high row. We're going to start with our palms down facing the floor, and the ending position is going to be elbows at shoulder height, give or take an inch, and then the hands back as far as they can go. Interesting thing about this one, that a lot of people will get just to this even point where they're about 90 degrees at every joint. Some people will be able to get those hands way back. What I don't want is I don't want the thoracic spine or the lumbar spine to extend to get any farther back. You want that to be a very stable posture, upright for this exercise. Nice, good, wide base of support, and then get those hands back as far as you can go. So let's give that a try. So again, all the way out, all the way up, every time. There's no stopping at any point in the exercise. A tall posture, no leaning forward or backwards. 10 repetitions. Okay, so next there's going to be a low row. You're definitely going to need to up the weight on this one, probably about 10 pounds. If you're using bands, all you have to do is stand a little farther back. Again, very upright posture, palms facing down. The direction is going to be to stay pretty close to the body as you're pulling back. You don't want to sweep out to the sides. Pull straight down and get those hands past your butt comfortably as far as you can. So let's do 10 repetitions of that. So again, nice wide base of support, up tall posture, keep that core tight. Elbows are going to stay straight throughout the motion and past the hips. Okay? Now, the last exercise is mid-row. Very similar setup. Let me have you bring that weight down. Very similar setup, but the difference here is these are very, very powerful muscles. You'll be able to pull more weight than you might expect. So with bands, I would suggest you double or triple your bands for this exercise. The key to this setup is going to be that you have a nice wide base of support, about hip width or better. Make sure those feet are pointed straight forward and the knees are going to be bent, and you're actually going to lean backwards. That's going to stabilize you so that when you pull this weight, which you're going to be able to do a lot, it does not pull you forward. So if you get pulled forward, you're just not leaning back far enough. All right, so we're going to bump that weight up, probably an additional 20 or 30 pounds for most people. But again, just needs to be challenging. I don't want you to hurt yourself, just a challenging amount of weight. Now, the motion here, thumbs are going to be up, and that's a cue because you're going to pull your thumbs into your armpits. It's not down to the waist, it's not into the chest, it's not up to the shoulders. Think about trying to get those thumbs into your armpits. Again, starting out arms straight, nice wide base of support, squat, lean back into that weight a little bit, and then pull. Let's do 10 reps of that. And then often a cue they'll give people to keep their head up. We don't pitch with our head down. We don't throw with our head down. We throw with our head up and our posture up. So again, be challenged by this weight. Don't underestimate how powerful these muscles are. All right, so that's high row, low row, mid row.